Hello folks, the name is Shingima Vima, of course. I recently released my own book, The Leak, which is the second story I've released. The first one was Petina, which came out a few years ago. Check it out, it's available on Amazon, available at Book Fantastics in Zimbabwe and other places where you get books. But today, as I add to this library of English literature from Zimbabwe, one thing has always stood out to me since I started reading, and that was the quality of opening lines. Now, the books are great, of course, but also the opening lines are incredible, right? Overwhelmingly so. And today, I'm going to read you my top 5 opening lines in Zimbabwean literature, English version, right? So at number 5, I have one of my favorite books of all time, and it's the book Bones by Chenjerai Hove. And it reads, she asked me to read the letter for her again today. It's the simplicity of it, right? That it's like you're coming into a story that's already happening, but it's almost wistful, right? It's such a beautiful, Edenic, because you can assume that the other person here, whether it's a child or somebody who can't read, but somebody who can comprehend what a letter says, and they're asking, so she asked me to read the letter again today. And it's something that she does maybe every day, It's such a beautiful image that sets up the story. That's number 5. The book itself is actually one of my favorite books of all time, but number 5 on this list. And the fact that that's number 5 just shows you the quality of books we have, of opening lines we have here. Number 4 comes from Harvest of Thorns by Shema Chinojga. Harvest of Thorns. And you'll see why. This is how it starts. The day he came back and she walked in obliviously from the shower room with soap suds on her hands and found him sitting in his big brown boots on the sofa, she cried so much the neighbors rushed in thinking she had received news of death. After they had gone and she could talk, she looked at the ropes of dried meat hung on a strip of newspaper and fished into her long skirts to send Peter to the butcher. Now, that line itself doesn't really have anything outstanding per se. I mean, it's a lot of visual, but it's so long, and it's a whole paragraph. But it's one sentence, And it almost sets the pace for Harvest of Thorns, because it's just like this story that seems like it has no reprieve. Very beautifully written, but it's like just when you think it's almost done, or just when you think this thing is done, it picks up again and so forth. So that's a great opening line as well. Probably interchangeable for number 5 and number 4 with opening line of Bones, but I really like that one as well. And now we get into the top 3, right? We're getting into the onto the podium here. And for number 3, I have gone with the opening line from Waiting for the Rain. Again, this top 3 really could be in any order, but I've gone with Waiting for the Rain by Charles Mungosi at number 3. And it starts. Things are happening here and there, and whether you can see them or not, you can't certainly say the old man doesn't see them. It's so cryptic, right? Things are happening here and there, and whether you can see them or not, you can't certainly say the old man doesn't see them. Like, what is going on? What are things? And whether I can see them or not, why would I have an opinion on whether the old man can see them or not if I couldn't see them? It's just the perfect lack of clarity and certainty that the book obsesses. It's ultimately dueling forces, right, between Lucifer, who's the beloved son, and Garaba, who's the wayward son, who's, by the way, one of my favorite literary characters of all time. But again, right away, that we don't really know. That's number 3. Number 2. Oh my God, this one was tough. I'm gonna have to give number 2. I know this is many people's number 1, but I'm gonna give number 2 to The House of Hunger by the inimitable Dambudzo Marechera. which starts, and I should be able to say this off the top of my head. What am I talking about? But just so I don't get it wrong, I got my things and left. Ah, that is so good, right? Because it's succinct, it's final, but it's how you start the story, right? What things? Where is he living? Why has he started the book that way? It is such an incredible opening line. Again, I said the top three, they could be in any order. It's just due to the brilliance of the next line that, and the emotional pull of it that, and those who know Zimbabwean literature probably know where this is going. Number one, I've given to Petina Gappah in Nervous Conditions, and the story starts in one of the most jarring ways I've ever read. You all know where this is going. I was not sorry when my brother died. Boom, that's an opening line. I was not sorry when my brother died. Now remember, this is being written, right? This is the first English book published by a novel published by a woman in Zimbabwe, 86, I believe, 86 or 87. So even just, that's still jarring for this time. It's especially jarring in the 80s when it's the first time we are reading an English novel by, like, how could you possibly mean that? Like, what sense could there possibly be? What humanity could there possibly be in that? Tell me more, right? So it's an incredible opening line, and indeed, all these writers are brilliant, right? And I could have added more, but those are my 5 favorites. And thank you for watching, and keep reading Zimbabwean literature.